Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome back to the Neutral Zone here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I am one of the co-hosts here, Adam Karnick. So happy to be with you tonight. Back from a brief and unexpected hiatus. We have got a ton in store for you tonight on the show. The Olympics have wrapped up. They are all done in Beijing. We will look back at Finland winning its first ever gold medal for the men and for the Canadian women reclaiming the gold medal. Plus, Zach's got 10 storylines to be watching now that we're in the second half of the NHL season, including Jack Eichel is heating up in Vegas, baby. And finally, we've got an anniversary to remember. All that and more coming up on the Neutral Zone. Buckle it on up. Let's go. And once again, hello and good evening, everyone. I am your host, Adam Karnick. Welcome into the Neutral Zone. So excited to be with you here. Zach is along with us tonight. Zach, how you doing, my man?
Very good, Adam. How are you?
A heck of a lot better than I was a week ago. This time, a week ago, I was passed out on my couch begging for mercy.
Yeah, those migraines, man, I tell you, they can knock you out.
Yeah. Oh, and we've got Larry in the chat with us already. Good evening, Larry. He's letting us know we've got a slight echo in here. Yeah, and I know it's on my side. I'll see what I can do to play with that and fix that. While I do that, Zach, have you got the sponsor read up handy by chance? I'm going to see if I can't fix this echo that we've got going on. Oh, and we lost Zach for a second. There he is. You back, Zach?
Hi, sorry.
There we go. Lost you for a second. We've got a slight echo on my end. Do you have the sponsor read handy? You can handle that while I try to fix this echo.
Yeah, of course. Let's see here. All right, here we go. We want to thank the Southern California Warriors semi-pro football team. The world of semi-pro sports is unlike any other sports organization. Players pay to play in hopes of so many different outcomes, whether it's playing to get film or to try out for professional teams, big-time colleges, or just playing to stay in shape. No matter what, all semi-pro players have one thing in common, and that's playing for the love of the game. The SoCal Warriors have been on a quest to earn titles and give players second chances since 2017. Whether you're in Southern California or anywhere in the world, give semi-pro sports a chance if you love your sport. You may get that second chance you've been waiting for as an athlete. You can follow them on the socials, Twitter at SoCal Warriors, Instagram at Southern California_Warriors, or on Facebook, Southern California Warriors. Also, we want to thank Background Check International. Businesses, are you looking to background check a new hire? Let Kit Freeman take care of that for you. Kit founded and has managed Background Check International since '94, and he's here to help you with the screening process. Contact Kit and let him help make the hiring process that much easier. This business is to be used for professional background checks and not for the use of any crimes such as identity theft or any other illegal activity. You can find him on Facebook at Background Check International BCI or on his website at bcint.com. Us here at IE Sports Radio, you can find us on Twitter at IE Sports Radio, or you can tweet at myself at the Pupless, or Adam, what's your handle?
I am at Adam_Karnick.
And we've also got the show, The Neutral Zone. Let's see here. Find them on Instagram at IE Sports Radio or on Facebook, IE Sports Radio. For the last 7.5 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. All the while, we've been continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and with your help, we're ready to take the next step. When you go to our website, iesportsradio.com, you'll see our Patreon link with 5 different tiers. First one starting at just $5 a month. This donation gets you shout-outs on all 32 of our shows. Higher tiers include IE Sports Radio merchandise, Christmas ornaments and such, access to our podcasting university, and even a chance to be featured on a segment of our flagship show, The Defining Moment. Thank you all very much for continuing to make IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right. Thank you, Zach. I think we got the echo situation taken care of. I don't hear it on my end. So, Larry, if you hear it out there, let me know. If you are joining us live tonight here on Tuesday night, please be sure to hop on in to the Spreaker chat room. It's free. There's no charge to create a username. Log on in, and then you can banter back and forth with us as we talk all things hockey and wherever else the conversation takes us. We'll see where tonight goes.
Where's Taryn? Is he got the counter ready to see how many times we get off the rails?
We don't have Taryn in here yet, but yes, he's very good at keeping score for us. I have to ask him what our high is. I think our high was 4 the other week. So,
ooh, okay, all right.
All right, so we've got Olympic news to break down, and we've got NHL. Where would you like to start tonight, Zach?
Let's recap the Olympics.
All right. Well, let's start with the men, simply because I have that article up. Congratulations to Finland winning its first ever men's hockey gold medal. 2-1 over the Russian Olympic Committee. Russia was the defending Olympic champions in this tournament, so little bit of a surprise to see Finland in there. To recap as well, the U.S. got eliminated in the quarterfinal round, the first round after group plays, so a very early and unexpected exit from the U.S. team from the men's hockey tournament.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Hans Bjorninen scored the game-winning goal for Finland 31 seconds into the third period. It was a redirect of a shot. Bjorninen also added an assist on Finland's goal in the second period. Russia had I'm just going to call them Russia, by the way. I know they're technically the Russian Olympic Committee. It's Russia. We all know what it is. We move on. Russia actually led 1-0 at the end of the first, so it was a come-from-behind victory for Finland. Finland did not lose a single game in the tournament in Beijing this year. Their previous... go ahead, Zach.
Well, so question on that. So, if it's a single elimination tournament, I mean, isn't that how they won?
Well,
or are we talking like group play even, or are there some certain series where they're allowed to drop a game here or there?
You can lose in group play. So saying they didn't lose a game, they didn't lose any of their group play games either.
Okay, but the rest of the way was single elimination, so they had to be undefeated to get to the end.
Right, yeah. Their final 3 games were, win or else, but you play 3 group games, then you get seeded, go from there. So they were very highly seeded coming out of group play.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Continue. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Harri Sateri made 16 saves for Finland, but at the same time, being on offense was kind of their defensive game plan, defensive strategy was just, it's a lot easier to stop Russia's shots if they're never shooting, was kind of the thinking throughout that. So
keep the football out of their hands,
Exactly. Yeah. Do it that way. For Finland, their previous best in the Olympics came in 2006. They won the silver medal. They've won 2 silver medals now, 1988 and 2006. They've captured the bronze 4 times, most recently in 2014, but this was their first gold medal finish. So congratulations to Team Finland.
For sure. I have a couple points I want to point out on that one, too, if that's cool.
Go for it. I was just going to say, Zach, I know you're a theater guy, so I am resisting the urge to sing the song from Spamalot.
Oh, I have not seen Spamalot, actually.
Okay, then it'll take too long to set up. I've killed the show. Save the show now, please.
We'll talk about it off air. How about that?
It only took me 12 minutes and I killed the show. I've done it. It's dead.
No, you're fine. It was Finland's 18th Olympic men's ice hockey tournament appearance, which was undefeated in the 6 games in Beijing. This is a quote from one of my favorite people, a former Red Wing, who happens to be Finnish. It is hard to put in words what it means. What a tough tournament. I felt like we played well the whole time, and this is the reward, said Finland forward Valtteri Filppula, who also won a Stanley Cup with the Red Wings in 2008. Hockey's a big thing in Finland. This is for all of us, for sure. And then among other former NHL players winning gold for Finland, other than Filppula, who played for the Red Wings, the Lightning, the Flyers, and the Islanders, there was also Marcus Granlund, who played for the Flames, Oilers, and Canucks. Leo Komarov, who played for... Oh, let's go back to him. Defenseman Sami Vatanen, who played for Anaheim, New Jersey, and Carolina. And Mikko Latonen, who played for Nashville. Leo Komarov played for the Maple Leafs and the Islanders. And he also played for Finland in the Olympics, the World Championships, and the World Cup of Hockey.
Busy, busy, busy.
Yes, for sure. And then Finland forward Marco and Hila said, great team, great effort. Wasn't easy for us, but we found a way to win every game. We found a way to win even those tough games. And then the U.S., let's see, so Finland wasn't the only Olympic team to make history in Beijing. Slovakia, by eliminating the United States, won, and they then defeated Sweden in the subsequent game, captured the bronze, its first Olympic men's hockey medal.
Yeah, so history made in Beijing. First time for Finland to win gold and first time for Slovakia to medal in men's hockey. Very cool, historic stuff happening in men's hockey in Beijing. Over on the women's side, it wasn't so much history as it was reclaiming the throne. Yeah, Canada defeated the U.S. 3-2 to take the gold medal in a surprise to absolutely no one. The gold medal game was between the U.S. and Canada. Canada jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and it was all downhill from there.
The U.S. just dug themselves too big of a hole to dig out of?
Yes. Oh, yeah. They gave up 2 goals in the first period, and that was it. Marie-Philippe Pouillon scored 2 goals for Team Canada, so great work from their captain. And the U.S. finally scored just before the end of the second period. Hillary Knight made sure that the U.S. wouldn't be shut out, but too little too late for Team U.S. So a silver medal for the U.S. The U.S. only lost to Canada in the women's tournament.
Oh wow! Once in the group stage and then in the final.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And in group play, you could argue that the U.S. outplayed Canada. Just Canada got the puck to go into the net. The gold medal game, Canada was the better team the whole way around. So
Gotcha.
But I mean, this is a rivalry that's not going anywhere. These are clearly the top two teams in the worldwide women's hockey circuit. So we'll be seeing lots of these two teams again here in the next couple of years.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, prior to the Olympics, we had talked about how China, as the host nation, got that auto bid that some people thought wasn't warranted because of their level of play wasn't up to everybody else's, and so we were afraid that they weren't going to be up to snuff. So now that the Olympics are over, how did that wind up working its way out? Like, did they fare pretty well? Did they get blown out? Did they make a good showing of themselves? What did they do?
I'm going to pull that up right now. I know the women's team, as far as I know, neither team advanced out of group play for China. The women's team, though, held its own, as far as I know. Won, I believe, 2 out of their 4 group play games. I'm trying to pull up just the results here as I'm going through the Olympic page here, so bear with me. I know, though, that the women's team did comparatively well, all said and told. Won its first game, defeated Denmark 3-1. Then also defeated China in its second game 2-1.
Wait,
Lost. I'm sorry, Japan. China defeated Japan.
Okay.
Thank
there we
you.
Go. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sweden then lost to Sweden 2-1 and finished up group play. I'm sure it was a loss. I've just got to find it here. I'm sorry. Yeah, the U.S. 8-0 over China. That was not going to go China's way. That was not going to go China's way. And then for the men, as I have to skip ahead here to get to the men, because of course the men's tournament started later. That was in the men's group where the U.S. beat China 8-0. That was actually in the men.
Okay.
Germany defeated China 3-2 in their second game, and then they drew Canada for their third game and lost 5-0. So, not very good from the men's side, but the women's side showed something there. Won a couple games. So
good.
So
good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah, was it a complete massacre for the women, but the men's team definitely struggled. I did want to bring up a quick note here before we finish with the Olympics. A note from NBC as far as viewership for that Canada game. I don't have the numbers exactly in front of me, and it's unfortunate it's going to take me too long to find them, to pull them up. But that game, the U.S.-Canada women's gold medal game, even though it was played at 11 o'clock at night in the East Coast, 8 o'clock in the evening out west, it outdrew every single NHL game that has been played and televised this season.
What?
There were significantly more eyeballs on that game. That was a huge, that was one of the biggest draws of the entire Olympics for NBC, was the women's gold medal game for hockey.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people were showing that on Twitter and saying, see, there needs to be a bigger push for women's hockey to be televised. There is a professional women's hockey league. It is fledgling to be nice about it. It's last I looked, I think it's just got 4 teams. They're all based out east, Boston, New York, Toronto kind of area. But if those television numbers are any indication, there's desire for that product on television.
Yeah, for sure.
It would be... I'm curious to see if anything will come of it. My gut reaction is no, nothing will come of it, but I'm curious to see.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
and I find it interesting that they started the Olympics with the women's hockey and then they ended it with the men's hockey. So, that just shows how influential the sport is in the Winter Olympics, that it bookended both ends of it.
Yeah, they wanted to make sure there was hockey going on all the time, all said and told. So,
all hockey, all the time.
all the time. Yeah. Yeah, we'll turn that into a slogan or something.
Right. Got a good drop. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, content. That's what we do here on this show.
But of course.
All right. With all of that, let's go ahead and take our first break. And then when we come back, let's come back to domestic hockey and let's talk the NHL. I know, Zach, you've got a list of some things to be watching out for now that we are officially in the second half of the NHL season. So we will come back and discuss some domestic hockey on the other side of a break. You found your way to the Neutral Zone here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Calling all Indiana sports fans, this is your podcast. Welcome to High Octane Entertainment on IE Sports Radio. Join me, Justin Lahr, as your host on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific to hear all the latest and greatest sports updates on everything from college to the pros in the great Hoosier State. No matter what, it's guaranteed to be high octane entertainment. That's Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey, what's up, sports fans? You're looking for a different type of sports talk show, something you haven't heard before? You gotta check out the BS3 Sports Show every other Saturday on 2 Live Stews Radio, 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern. Sports talk at its finest. Always have great guests, playing some good hip-hop. You don't want to miss it. Make sure to tune in to the BS3 Sports Show every other Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your host, Beantown Brandon from Titletown Sports, right here on the greatest, and I mean the absolute greatest podcast team right here on IESR Sports Radio. That's right. Come join me every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live from the greatest city on earth, Boston, Massachusetts, here to talk about all things Boston sports. That is right, baby. We get in to talk about some Boston Red Sox, Boston Celtics, Boston Bruins, New England Revolutions, Boston College Eagles, and of course, your host's favorite team of all, the New England Patriots, baby. Woo! That's right. Come join your host, Beantown Brandon, and let's relive all the glory days of the past, all the great championships that we've endured, all the horrible, heartbreaking losses that even yours truly chooses to forget. So you know what? Grab an ice cold Samuel Adams. Come with me to Faneuil Hall as we go pick up that lobster roll we've been craving earlier in the week. Let's get some clam chowder, warm ourselves up to some Titletown Sports. Any way you like it, we're going to have a blast. So you know what to do. Join your host, Beantown Brandon, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, coming at you from the home and the heartland of Boston, Massachusetts, to represent your New England and Boston sports. Weekly, right here on Titletown Sports, IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is Boston sports. See you there.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Lentarius Lava.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That give you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
And welcome back into the Neutral Zone here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I am Adam. Zach is along with us as well this evening. So we talked a lot about the Olympics in the first half of the show. Now we're going to focus on some more domestic-based stories. Focusing now in the NHL, we do have a couple games that have gone final already tonight here on Tuesday. The Blues crushed the Philadelphia Flyers 4-1. So sorry, Cash and Chris from Philly Sports Talk. Their Flyers lost to the Blues tonight. I do want to real quick say congratulations to Cash and Chris, though. Their show hit their 50th episode just before we went on tonight, so they are celebrating episode number 50. Congratulations, Cash and Chris, for Philly Sports Talk for episode 50. Another final tonight, the Senators beat the Wild 4-3 in Ottawa. That one came down to the Senators scored the game-winning goal with just over 5 minutes to go in regulation in that one. The other two games that are currently active, we've got the Predators and the Panthers tied at 4 down in Florida, and then the Maple Leafs and the Blue Jackets tied at 3 over in Columbus. And then I know Larry's in the chat room very anxiously awaiting the puck drop here in about 25 minutes for the Anaheim Ducks hosting the San Jose Sharks. Northern California invading Southern California. Lots of fun there tonight. So, Zach, now that we are into the second half of the NHL season, what are some storylines and key lines that you're kind of gluing into now that we are officially past the All-Star break?
Sure. This is from Emily Kaplan, ESPN, answering some big questions heading into the season's final months. More than halfway through the season, we're tracking towards normalcy, getting kind of back to normal, from COVID and everything. Fans have been treated to incredible hockey since October. Season's first half has been defined by a series of daring, high-skilled goals from a new generation of brash young stars, not afraid to show some personality and transform the sport. We earlier in the season we talked about video game numbers coming out of Edmonton.
Yes.
This introduction is it's very much a wrap up of what we've seen so far, but also looking forward to the second half of the season. But other things we talked about, in addition to these brash young stars, you got the old guard standing tall. Veteran two-time defending Stanley Cup champion Lightning refused to go down. Well, Alex Ovechkin is playing like a man on a mission, and it's 36. It's at age 36 as he stares down Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal record. We talked about that earlier in the season. How's he doing, by the way?
I think he's going to hit it. I'd be shocked if he doesn't finish his career overtaking that record. Ovi's on a mission. Mike Pat's in the chat room. He, as well as talking about amazing wines, he also talks about amazing DC area sports. And I know he's clued in on the great number 8 out there in Washington, D.C. Mike, you're a little more clued in than I am, but I have the feeling that Ovechkin is a man on a mission to overtake that one from Gretzky, one of Gretzky's thought to be untouchables.
Yeah, for sure. There's also a new group of elites, Colorado Avalanche, Carolina Hurricanes, Florida Panthers, who all believe that their time is now. In the Stanley Cup playoffs, we'll be here before we know it. And Kaplan says, this writer would die on a hill shouting that it's the best postseason in all of sports.
And she is right.
Right.
I will... You throw any playoff system at me, I will see you and raise you the Stanley Cup playoffs. They are amazing.
Oh, of course. It's all shaping up to be an exciting second half, but surely you, the fan, have some lingering questions. Behold, some answers. So this one is, we're always picking on Arizona. Are the Coyotes really going to play in a college rink next season?
Yes. Yes, they are. And you know why we pick on Arizona? Because they deserve it.
Because of stuff like this.
Exactly. Because of crap like this. Did you see the video that Arizona shared on its Coyotes Twitter feed the other day where they were proudly displaying the rink? First of all, there wasn't any ice down on it. It was just the floor. And then they were doing the panoramic view around, and it was like, yep, it's a college stadium in Arizona. Yeah. An NHL team should not be playing here. Why are you proud of this?
Right. Well, she goes on to say, we all know that the Arizona Coyotes are Gary Bettman's Sun Belt baby. He put the franchise there in 96, and has helped the Coyotes navigate through bankruptcy and ownership changes, determined to make it work. The Coyotes' biggest roadblock thus far has been the location of Gila River Arena in Glendale. It's simply too far out from where most of the fan base lives. The team's relationship with that arena and the city of Glendale became fractured, and at its worst involved unpaid taxes. And the Coyotes were told they needed to find a new home next season. Owner Alex Marullo has a grand plan to build a new arena and a multifaceted entertainment venue in Tempe, an ideal location. Only problem? That proposal is complicated, involving gambling and liquor licenses, and sits at the city council right now waiting for approvals. So the team needed a temporary solution. Enter the Arizona State Sun Devils. The Coyotes reached a deal to play their next 3 seasons in the Sun Devils' 5,000-seat arena. Coyotes will be paying nearly $20 million to get the facility up to NHL code. Bettman says he's okay with the solution because he views it as temporary and thinks the venue will create a unique fan environment. Well, that's all true. Some league owners and Players Association have expressed reservations. Since the NHL and its players operate on a revenue-sharing system, one of the clubs maxing out at only 5,000 tickets for the next 3 years is less than ideal.
Yeah, a unique situation. That's a nice way of saying bad.
Yeah. What's a burning on ice question on everybody's mind right now? How is Vegas going to get cap compliant when Jack Eichel is healthy? Well, he is now. They'll need to figure it out quickly because all signs point to him debuting. He's already debuted. It's not just his $10 million they need to squeeze in. Alec Martinez has a $5.25 million salary cap hit. GM Kelly McCrimmon says the team has a plan for how to attack this logjam when it had traded for Eichel, and there's plenty of speculation about the players who could be traded, such as they have a nickname. That's so cute. Such as original Golden Misfits. William Karlsson and Riley Smith.
Who the hell is calling them the Golden Misfits?
Well, clearly you didn't know about this either, because I had no idea.
No, this is news to me. Who has nicknamed them the Golden Misfits?
I don't know, but I mean it's adorable, and I guess it fits because they're all just a hodgepodge of players from all over the place, you know?
We're on the island of misfit toys.
Right. Oh my God.
I get the mental image of the orphan kids being given hockey gear and like, here you go, kids, go have fun.
And like some of them have buttons missing, and so like the hockey stick is like half broken.
Right, exactly. It's all hand me down. Nobody gave them new equipment.
Yeah, the worst stuff you'd find at Play It Again Sports.
Right, exactly.
Oh, side note, there was an Olympic commercial I saw, and just like for NBC or for the Olympics itself, and somebody had shot a hockey puck, and all of a sudden the puck transformed into a curling stone, and I said to myself, "Oh my God, can you imagine if they played hockey with curling stones?"
Don't sign me up to play goalie.
Nope, we'd have way more problems than just broken teeth.
I'm not getting in the way of that.
Nope.
Oh my gosh, man! You'd be breaking sticks left, right, and center too, trying to slap shot that thing.
Right? Oh my God. But I digress. So she continues. However, Vegas is waiting as long as possible to make a move, and for good reason, because the issue could solve itself. Captain Mark Stone's been battling a back injury all season long, and if he's put on long-term IR with his $9.5 million salary, that could solve a lot of problems. Of course, that will trigger a chorus of groans that is cap circumvention, a la Nikita Kucherov in the 2021 Tampa Bay Lightning, Stanley Cup winning Tampa Bay Lightning. But those people should be shouting at the NHL collective bargaining agreement, not McCrimmon. Because as long as Stone is legitimately injured, it's all compliant.
Yeah, for those who, the little bit there, to give the background on that, the NHL, frankly, has a lot of weird rules, but this one is, if a player is on long-term injured reserve, he can come back and his money doesn't count against the salary cap for the team.
Oh, wow.
So the Blackhawks were able to use that same rule in 2015. Patrick Kane went down with an injury that they thought might take him out for the entire rest of the season. He just missed the rest of the regular season. But because they put him on long-term injured reserve, they were able to make 2 or 3 trades right before the deadline to get some expiring contracts that, you know, guys that they weren't going to even attempt to re-sign in the offseason, but it shored up depth, and that finalized their ability to make their final cup run back in 2015.
Nice. Well, and like you said, it was a big weird rules for it too. Like I was reading a different article, and it said something about the cap rules don't apply during the playoffs.
Right. Yep.
Like, what?
Yep.
That's so weird.
The NHL definitely flies by the seat of its pants when it comes to rules. They make it up as they go.
Well, but I mean, okay, salary cap is to create competitive equity with everybody, right? So you can't just throw all your money into the team and have the best people, right? So
in theory,
but if you can, but hang on, but if that, so I thought it was the entire year, and it would make sense. And so then hearing about like what Tampa Bay was doing last year, so then, but if it's not a rule in the playoffs, like what's stopping them from like, okay, we're going to throw all this money at our team to have a bazillion good players and just blow everybody out of the water that way.
Well, the theory is you'd have to have people available worth signing at that point. And, other teams aren't just releasing their guys just because they didn't make it to the playoffs. Even if you're on an expiring deal, that deal doesn't technically expire until after the Stanley Cup playoffs. So that's the thinking. But at the same time, yeah, it is a massive loophole for, oh, hey, look, our superstar player was injured, but now that we're in the playoffs, he's just fine. We can bring him back, and we don't have to cut anybody because we're in the playoffs. The salary cap no longer matters.
Well, that's starting to sound awfully familiar with the Lightning. Was it Stamkos or is it Kucherov who was injured for most of the years, the last 2 years?
I think it was Stamkos.
One of the last 2 years. Stamkos? Okay. That rings a huge bell now.
Oh yeah. It's a massive loophole that the NHL will get right on closing one of these decades.
Yeah, that's insane. Let's see. I've got more, but it might be too much. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, you talked about Vegas there. Jack Eichel, he's starting to heat up now in Vegas. He got his first Vegas goal.
He did, yes. So he not only did he do that, he made his first appearance and he made his first goal. He's back in action. He had his Vegas debut. They beat Colorado 2-0. It was Eichel's first NHL game in nearly a year, following hernia disc surgery in his neck. Finished -1 with one shot on a goal, 8 for 11 in the face-off through 17 minutes and 32 seconds of ice time. He also took 2 minor penalties. Plenty of pageantry for his first effort. The atmosphere around the home team's newest star was palpable, and Eichel was tapped to take the game's opening face-off as the Golden Knights' top-line center against NHL's top team in Colorado, no less. Defeat marked Vegas' second consecutive shutout loss. They lost. Sorry, they lost to Colorado. Okay, yeah. As Avalanche netminder Darcy Kemper stole the show with a 29-save performance. Despite the result, Eichel still felt the love in his all-important first outing. There was a lot of energy in the building, he said, and I thought I fed off of that and played pretty well in the first period. You don't want to take 2 penalties and be on the ice for a goal, but there's some things to build on. They're a really good team, and you get matched up against a pretty good line for part of the game. First game in 11 months, felt good to get back to doing what you're doing. End quote. 25-year-old hasn't been able to play since March 7, 2021. Given the long layoff, he wasn't surprised a little rust showing up in his game. Just didn't lessen the enjoyment of being out there. Honestly, I was having a pretty fun time out there, he said. I think there's some stuff to build on, but it's a process. I know it's going to get better, and I didn't expect it to be perfect tonight. There's a lot to work on and good things to build on as well. Vegas coach Peter DeBoer agreed, acknowledging that the team saw only part of what Eichel will eventually be able to offer in full. I thought he worked hard, DeBoer said. After 11 months off, jumping in the middle of the season against arguably the NHL's best team, it's a big ask. I thought he did a good job. We saw flashes of what he's going to be able to do for us. He made some really good plays to some people, did a lot of good things. It's a great first step.
Yeah, it's a huge first step to just be able to be on the ice again after such a long layoff. I'm trying to... There it is. His time on ice in his first game, 17 and a half minutes. That's... Mm-hmm. For your top-line center, that's very respectable. That's nothing to be upset about.
Almost the whole period, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking... there were only 4 other Vegas skaters that got 4 other Vegas forwards, I should say, that got more ice time than him. Carlson, Pacioretty, Smith. Oh, center Roy got more time, as well Nicholas Roy, and then you've got Jack Eichel. But still, that's very respectable for a first time out to get 17 and a half minutes of ice time. You'll take that, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. So then this one talks about his first goal. 3 games into his Vegas Knights career, Jack Eichel began to show glimpses of many reasons the Stanley Cup hopeful team acquired him. Eichel was held out of the goal column in 2 losses for Vegas to open the season last week, scored his first goal as a Golden Knight, and added an assist as Vegas defeated the San Jose Sharks 4-1. It was the Golden Knights' 10th straight win over San Jose, snapped an uncharacteristic 3-game losing streak. Let's see here. Eichel finished off a nifty give-and-go with Chandler Stevenson to give Vegas a 2-0 lead in the first period. It was his first goal since January 28th, 2021 with Buffalo. The goal came during 4-on-4 play with players from both sides in the penalty box. There was a little bit of relief, Eichel said in the game broadcast. You get the first one out of the way, and you just keep playing hockey. It's a little bit of pressure off him now, but I liked his game tonight, Vegas coach Peter DeBoer said. I think that with every game, he's taken another step, and tonight he was that much better. Beyond the statistics, Eichel simply looked more at ease against the Sharks. His skating strides were long, and he was active in the corners on puck battles. In the third period, he attempted a wraparound spinorama shot.
Oh, you'd know a spinorama if you saw it. It's a 360 shot. Oh,
sweet. But it was deflected away. After the first period, he was stopped on a breakaway. Clearly, though, as the game progressed, he looked more and more like the Eichel that became a superstar in Buffalo. He finished with 18 shifts Sunday night, covering, this time, 18 minutes of ice time. It's starting to come, Eichel said. I just tried to get a little more aggressive. I feel like we have fast enough chances to shoot the puck, and I feel that generates a lot for my game when I can just be aggressive. So I just have to keep getting pucks to the net and keep it from the other team. DeBoer concurred. He's starting to get more comfortable. He's using his speed and starting to get his timing back. Those are good signs.
Yeah, I was going to bring up the ice time, 18 minutes on 18 shifts. He also won 4 of his 9 faceoffs. So starting to see some signs already that he's starting to feel comfortable already. And Vegas sits 4 games back of Calgary in the Pacific Division. Now, Calgary does have 2 more games to play than Vegas does. Vegas is off until Friday, when they will take on, I just had it, sorry.
You're good.
Vegas next plays Friday. Oh, they play the Coyotes. So that'll be an easy 2 points.
Oh.
Exactly.
It has to be, every time you do it, it has to be sad and pathetic, though. They finish up saying, Golden Knights maintained their dominance of what was once a fierce rivalry. Vegas won all 8 meetings against San Jose last season. Hasn't lost to the Sharks since 2019 at home. Golden Knights also haven't lost to the San Jose Sharks since, blowing the infamous 3-goal lead in the third period of Game 7 in the first round of the 2019 playoffs.
Vegas is good. Vegas is good, and San Jose is not at the moment. San Jose is very much a middle-of-the-road NHL team right now. So,
yeah, but yeah, that's awesome that Eichel found a new home, and he seems to be gelling well, and he already got his first goal. So good for him.
First of what is probably going to be many. Yeah.
Oh yeah, He's definitely going to have a good career.
All right, so we're just about done here. We're going to wrap up real quick. A couple of other games went final. The Predators beat the Panthers 6-4. The Blue Jackets came from behind and beat the Maple Leafs 4-3 in overtime.
Oh snap!
Yes, Patrick Laney hit 2 goals to be the number 1 star of the night for the Blue Jackets. The winning goal was Laney's. Just 20 seconds into overtime, got the game-winning goal.
He was in Winnipeg, wasn't he?
Yes, he was earlier.
Was like this season even?
That I have to double check.
Oh, we can look later. But I just recognized that name. I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize he got traded.
Speaking of Finland, Patrick Laney is from Finland. He would have been playing on that. He would have been playing on that Finnish team if not for. Let's see. Pulling up his. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it quickly pulled up, but I think you're right that he was recently traded to the Blue Jackets. I think you're right with that.
Few more. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this is a long, lengthy thing. Oh, here we go. Traded to Columbus by Winnipeg, January 23rd, 2021. So, oh gosh, it's already been a full year. Crazy
how time flies. All right, and then one more thing before we get out of here. With it being February 22nd, back to the Olympics for a moment. Zach, do you remember what happened on February 22nd, 42 years ago?
If I hadn't already heard it mentioned twice today, I would not, because that's like 9 years before I was, or well, no, that was 8 years before I was born. But was it the Miracle on Ice, Adam?
Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
Oh my God!
The coolest upset in U.S. men's hockey history. The U.S. men beating Russia en route to eventually winning the gold medal. That was not the gold medal game. A lot of people think that was the gold medal game. That was not the gold medal game. But it was, it may as well have been, because that was a shocker. The group of college kids that beat the best team in the world in the 1980 Lake Placid Olympic Games. So congratulations to that team and fond memories.
For sure.
All right. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to sound the horn since we have a horn now. We're going to sound the horn and get out of here.
Woo-hoo.
All right. A big thank you to our sponsors, Southern California Warriors and Background Check International, for continuing to sponsor not only this show, but all of the shows here on the network. Thank you to Larry for all of the crazy hard work that he does here at IE Sports Radio to keep everything going, and for hanging out with us tonight in the chat. Also, thank you, Mike, for coming into the chat room and hanging out with us tonight. Hope you had some fun. I think, Zach, did you have any fun tonight?
Me? Fun?
I know. We always have fun with this show. We try to do that anyway. Well, Zach is actually taking next week off because Michigan State and Michigan are playing each other next Tuesday night, and the game falls right in the middle of our time slot. So Zach will be watching that one with eager eyes. So I will be flying along. I believe I'm going to have a guest coming in and helping out for a little bit. I've got to get that confirmed, though, so I will leave that as a tease for next week.
Ooh.
It should be fun, though. We'll have some good back and forth. Zach, you'll definitely want to check out on the playback. Well, Zach, we'll catch you later this week on Thursday night talking Lions, Tigers, and Wings this week, right?
Oh, my. Yeah.
Oh, my. And I'll bet Jawan Howard's name will get mentioned a few times on the show on Thursday night.
Yes, there was, according to a podcast I listened to, there was lots of getting physical and lots of kung fu fighting.
What time is that on Thursday, Zach?
10 p.m. Eastern. Here
All
on
right.
Sports Radio.
All right. Well, we will catch it then. For Zach, I am Adam. We are the Neutral Zone. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week. Have a good one.